Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. And firstly, if Georgie's in here, happy birthday to Georgie. Let's get you a trumpet. Hey! Happy birthday to Georgie. Hope you have a fantastic day. Lovely stuff. If you're in here, if you could leave a like on the stream, it helps to get out there to more people, so thank you kindly. There is a poll in the live stream chat. If you've got a vote on who you think is going to win and what you think the margin is going to be, then leave a vote on that and we'll see what people think it's going to be. I'll do a quick run through of the team list now. I'll go through my predictions, my thoughts on those. Georgie, I'm aware you mentioned last time. It's in the brain, so yeah. Dingle, good to see you, sir, good to see you. Right. So looking at the team list then, interesting stuff. For the Bulldogs, in the backs they have Tracy, Kiraz, Cherry, Crichton, Montoya, Burton and Galvin. The forwards include King, Hayward, Hughes, Curran, Preston and Salmon. The bench is Mann, Tupanua, Saluk, Fafita and Marnie. Tuala is the 18th man. Now, the backs for the Panthers include Laurie, McLean. That is not Casey McLean, that is a different one. Fanua, I'm assuming it's pronounced Farley, and Alamotti, who is a regular, or typically has been, Cole and Schneider in the halves. The forwards include Patea, Summerton, Diaz, I'm assuming it's pronounced Lipwitz, Gaia and Eisenhuth. The bench is Sonny Luke, Ricky, Price and Phillips, and then Edgar is the 18th man. So there's a lot of players rested from for the Panthers this week. Understandable. They can't... I don't think they can get into the top four, and I don't think they can actually drop below their current spot. I'm pretty sure they're locked in where they are. Pretty sure. So this is understandable. You don't want to risk it. And I think there's some pieces to this lineup that could do a bit of good work. I like Sonny Luke. I'm a big fan of Sonny Luke. I think he would do well getting some regular minutes somewhere else. Do you think Cass will do well? I think there's a chance they can, but I'm not that confident about it, to be honest, Finley. United yesterday? Yeah. Hey, there was a couple of upsets yesterday, or this recently, in the League Cup. God, United losing to Grimsby, that is interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. Is it the EFL? Which one's it called on here? League 2, FA Cup, Football League Trophy. Is it the EFL Cup? Yes, it is. So 2-2 after full time, 12-11 on pens for Grimsby. Bloody hell. Yeah, there was a few upsets actually. Wolves, I guess West Ham's not been great this year, but Wolves knocking out West Ham was interesting. Port Vale knocking out Birmingham. I thought Birmingham were like a sort of a top dog. Who else? Burnley go through. Coventry knocked out by Millwall. Southampton still going through. Wrexham beat Preston. That's big for Wrexham. Huddersfield knocked out Sunderland. That was interesting. Sheffield Wednesday knocked out Leeds. Everton beat Manly then. Mansfield. It was a clean performance from Everton. I was happy with that. It wasn't perfect by any means, but I was happy. There's a lot of times where against lower league opposition, we actually look pretty stale. So I might be hyping us up a little bit, but that's because against lower league teams, we can actually look a lot worse than what we did yesterday. Brighton, full swing against Oxford. And yeah, Grimsby with the upset. Bloody hell. Dogs by 50 and it's bullshit what Panthers are doing. They're going to lose in semi-finals. Well, they made the call. Players are coming out, by the way. They're coming out. So final two things. If you've not left a like on the live stream, please do. Helps get out there to more people. And there's a vote in or a poll in the live stream chat. Let me know who you think is going to win and by what margin. You think Bulldogs 22, Panthers 18. That's interesting, Benjamin. There's a lot of rested players from the Panthers. A lot. For those that are unsure who's rested exactly, Are they playing in Australia today? Yes, they're playing in Canterbury. Well, not in Canterbury. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Canterbury at home. Yeah, so the Panthers are resting Talangi, To'o, McLean, Edwards. It's a different McLean to the one that's on screen, by the way. Edwards, Yo, Papali'i, Tango, Henry, Martin, Smith, Garner, Kenny, Leota, Cleary, Sorensen, Jenkins. And they're left with a skeleton, basically. What do you think about Blake Taff? I think he's fine. He's fine. I understand a bit of hype because it's an NRL player, but he's barely played. I don't know. If Warrington had signed him, I wouldn't be that hyped, to be honest. I think he could still be great, but I'm not that hyped. Anyway, we're underway, folks. The Panthers kick to the Bulldogs, collected on the full by Kiraz, hands it off to Max King, takes it over the 10, up towards the 20. Hayward, who's getting a lot of starts recently, with Reid Barney being dropped to the bench. Next carry up towards the 20, with a player being dragged back over it. I think that's Jacob Kiraz. It is. Hayward goes down the left-hand side with Burton. I saw a picture on X before about the Bulldogs considering releasing Burton. It could be complete nonsense, but I hope there's no element of truth to that. I hope to God there's not. In centre field now with Lockie Galvin on the 4th tackle, kicks from behind the 40, just right of the sticks. Laurie collects it on the 20 and carries it straight up towards the 30. So we'll see what the Panthers pack can do. What area are they going to have any kind of control in? Can Colin Schneider control the kicking game? Are the forwards going to be able to make meters? Can they restrict the flow of meters? Are they going to be able to move the ball out wide cleanly enough? We will see. There can be upsets. Makeshift teams can put things together. The Broncos did it a couple of weeks back when they lost Mam and Reynolds in the halves. So we'll see what they can do. Ooh, almost an incorrect play of the ball, but it's out the back to Schneider. Kicks on the 4th tackle again. Minute and a half gone towards the back left. It's going to bounce once. Collected by Kiraz. Hands it off to Connor Tracy. In centre field. Carries up towards the 20. Next carry from Marcelo Montoya. Making a few meters through the middle. Your brother is love the Dolphins. Not the Dolphins, what am I saying? Your brother loves the Bulldogs. Well done, mate. I don't know where I got Dolphins from. Fair enough. Fair enough. 2 minutes gone. 3rd tackle, Bulldogs in possession. Where did I get Dolphins from? A wayward pass from the Bulldogs. Might have been a knock on there from Preston. It is a knock on. This is the one thing the Bulldogs cannot do, because there is a chance that the Panthers are going to make mistakes themselves. There's a chance the Panthers might struggle to make meaningful meters, to work the ball up the field themselves. So the one thing you cannot do is gift them field position. You can't knock on. You can't drop the ball. You can't give away penalties. And 2.5 minutes into the game, they've done that. So it's a scrum for the Panthers on the 30. It's right to Schneider. He will switch back to Farley? Fanua? It's either of them. I don't know yet. I'm yet to learn. Morning, Finn. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Somerton, right of centre field, on his left. Now switching from Schneider. Off to Gaia. Takes it over the 20. Inside the red zone. Dragged back a couple of metres as well then. Plays it on the 20. Somerton scoots. Eats up a few metres. I'll have to learn a few of these plays as I go. Left of centre field. Cole hands it off to Patea, and that's going to be an incorrect play of the ball from the Panthers. That is the one, Finn. That is the one. Less harshly. But yes, that one. So it's the Bulldogs now in possession. Kiraz with the first carry of this set up towards the 20. That's an incorrect play of the ball there, but it hasn't been given from the referee. Well, it looked awkward at least. Hayward down the left-hand side with Curran over the 30. And a penalty given to the Bulldogs 4 minutes gone. The Bulldogs can work their way up the field. What do you think to Wrench retiring? Completely fair. Completely fair. He's just not looked the same since coming back. He's not looked comfortable all year, defensively anyway. He's 23. He's had 2, maybe 3 major injuries. I think it's completely understandable. I get it. I wish him the best of luck. Whatever he does now, I wish him the absolute best of luck. Haywood left to centre field. 4.5 minutes gone. Short side left with Burton. He'll switch back to Curran. Then on his right to Salmon. A little bit of room to run. Eating up a few metres through the middle. Shifting it right to Crichton. Pops up to Preston. Looking for an offload nearly. But just inside the red zone, Haywood in centre field with Galvin. Across to Salmon. Was going to carry it himself, then pops up to Max King. Last tackle. 5 minutes gone between the sticks, or left of the sticks, sorry. Haywood right to Galvin. Across to Crichton. Bumps off Cole, and he'll be stopped 2 or 3 metres short of the try line. We've seen a couple times recently Crichton in this kind of role. We'll see Tracy out as the centre, instead of Tracy being the 3-man in, making that final decision. Interesting stuff. I'm not sure what the reasoning is there. Like why they chose to do that in the first place. But it's worked out a couple times. And a penalty for the Panthers. High contact. You can't do that, boys. These are the things that are going to screw up your game. Could have pinned him back. Could have easily started to pin him back. Well, it's a tap on the 30. I'm aware, Georgie. I mentioned that. I already mentioned that. It's down the left-hand side with Cole. Takes it over the halfway line. Third tackle for the Panthers. Back towards the middle. Schneider hands it off to Patea. Looking for an offload. Gets one. Recovered by Salmon, but the referee is going to say... It's going to say, in the offload, it's a knock-on from the Bulldogs. It's... I'm also aware of that, Georgie. I'm also aware you have mentioned. Finn, it's Lee vs. Cass tonight. I will be streaming that one. The Panthers have possession on the Bulldogs 40. Back inside centre field with Schneider. Switches back to Patea. He takes it over the 40. Indeed, Finn. Indeed. We'll get a clock, hopefully. Shifting it right to Schneider. He then hands it off to... Okay, Fanua's wearing 3. Farley's wearing 4. Gotcha. Schneider... Now with Lipwitz, I got it right. I'm going to have to wait for some of the pronunciations here. Laurie back towards the space behind the ruck. Dane Laurie, first try maybe. Ooh, stopped inches short the try line. Last tackle. Panthers with the best chance of the game so far. Kick through. Well done, Montoya, slapping the ball over the dead ball line. Nicely done. Nicely done. The same Fanua. Which Fanua are you thinking of? And I don't think so. What's his first... Is that his first name? What? I don't know. You'll have to remind me. Short dropout. And it's collected by Dane Laurie on the 20. Somerton left to Cole. I need to yawn. Pops up to Gaia. 10 metres out. Inside the 10. Back towards the middle. 6 again for the Panthers. These errors and penalties from the Bulldogs, not good enough. This is the one thing. Mahe Fanua. I don't think so. No, it's Sione Fanua. In between the sticks, the Panthers go right from Somerton to Schneider. Under a bit of pressure, shrugs off Curran. Stopped by Burton and King. 10 minutes now gone. Third tackle in centre field with Eisenhuth. Stopped just short of the 10. Left to Cole. Back towards the right. Laurie to Schneider. Over the top, collected by Bronson Cherry. And he'll be stopped on the 20. So mistake in attack there from the Panthers. That's the kind of stuff I was expecting with a whole new lineup. And a penalty given to the Bulldogs. A few too many mistakes so far, either way. Noah Coyle, bonjour. Who do you think is going to win the grand final in the NRL and Super League? Still can't look past Melbourne Storm. I'd like the Raiders to do it, but I can't look past the Storm right now. I think it depends who the Raiders get in their first playoff game. And if they win that one, I reckon... the Raiders can do it. It's just hard to go against the Melbourne Storm. And Super League, I still can't look past Wigan. KR can absolutely do it. And they might. But I can't look past Wigan right now. Guessing wise at home this week, going off your schedule. Yes, they're at home against Salford. So I'll be missing Hull KR vs Saints. That would have been a great game to stream, but yes, I'm missing that one. And we've had a bit of wayward shenanigans here. I think that was it knocked on by the Panthers? Yes, it was. So the Bulldogs will have a repeat set in midfield. Oh, they're playing a song in the stadium. I've not heard that song for a while. I might play it. Not on stream, but for myself. Crichton pops up to Curran. Plenty of room to run. Look for an offload. Stop just short of the 40. 11 minutes gone. Left to Hughes. Up towards the Panthers 30. Back towards the middle with King. Switch back from Salmon. He takes up towards the 20. That's a great carry. Third tackle. Hayward in centre field. He's going to go left to Burton. He'll then switch back to Bronson Cherry. Stop just short of the 10. 11 and a half gone. Is now with Salmon in centre field. Out the back to Galvin. Pops it across to Preston. Bit of room. Stop 2 metres short of the try line. Plays it for Galvin. Left to Hughes. Now Burton going towards the left-hand side. Kicks the ball through. That is nicely weighted. Pushed over the dead ball line by Fanua. Pushed over the line. That is well done. Oh yeah, I forgot to end the poll. 13 plus is the consensus for the Bulldogs. Yeah, fair enough. Completely fair. Completely understandable. Goal line dropout for the Panthers. Well done, Fanua. Yeah, definitely unfortunate. Well, you know, United could always bounce back. You never know. You never know. Short dropout. Bounces 5 out from the try line. Bounces again. Bounces again. Is he going to make the 10? No, that did not make the 10. That did not make the 10. Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Heads bopping because there's music playing. Hopefully not on stream because it'll be copyrighted. Shouldn't be. Cry about it, Jamie. Cry about it. Anyway, right to Crichton. Stop 2 metres short, or a metre short maybe. No, that's 2. That's 2 metres, obviously. God. Back towards the middle with Lockie Galvin. Shooting it left to Salmon in centre field. Off to Hughes. Stopped inside the 10. Hayward, between the sticks, will go left to Salmon. Then to Burton. Cross to Cherry. Under pressure here. What I like from the Panthers here, the defensive line is getting up nice and quick. It's a good job from the edges here from the Panthers. Galvin in centre field. Not sure what to do here. Stopped on the 20. This is solid defence. This is good speed. Good speed from the Panthers. King. I thought the Bulldogs would walk this. But they're defending quite well, the Panthers. Left to Galvin. Cross to Crichton. Out the back to Burton. Across to Cherry, I should say. He's stopped about 5 metres out near the left touchline. 14 minutes gone, last tackle. They might just go for a kick to the corner here, I reckon. Burton kicks across the face of the sticks. Ooh, Kiraz goes up, collects it, offloads to Galvin. That's the one. Looking left and right, look for an offload, gets one to Hayward. Then it's with Kiraz, still the last, kicks the ball through, played out by the Panthers. That's going to be possibly a knock on there from the Panthers. Penalty. Accidental offside from the Bulldogs, so penalty for the Panthers. Wow. What do you think? Think to the fans and Danny Walker after the game. I think it depends what was said. I've got of all the players that fans should be having a go at, if they're having a go at Danny Walker, fans are stupid for that. He is one of the players that you should not be going at. Consistent performer, consistent effort. So yeah, he's not one of them, but none of them should be getting any personal arguments anyway. Hopefully there's no personal attacks. If it's about the team, I understand Walker like standing up for his teammates. Like you'd expect any player to do that. But it depends what was said. It doesn't look great, but I don't have an issue with Walker having to like stand his ground. Yeah. Don't get why he left. Not many teams would pick him. Who are we on about here? The Panthers in great field position here. Great field position. And a kick into touch. Bulldogs in possession. 16 minutes gone. Marcelo Montoya with a carry down the left edge up towards the 30. Walker thinking he'll get picked up in Super League. Oh, I'm talking about Danny Walker. But yeah. Well, Walker had some interest from Jack Walker. He had some interest from Leeds. Curran? Galvin in the corner. Great finish. Mate, Josh Curran nearly threw that one away. Thank God he didn't, honestly. Thank God. That is going to be a try for the Bulldogs. Finally, they haven't looked great so far, considering this is just a makeshift lineup for the Panthers. But again, the Panthers' defensive line speed's been solid. But nice line there from Curran. Easy break. Eventually got the ball off to Galvin. Eventually. Damn. Just about made it happen. Why Penrith not starting their full team? I'm pretty sure they can't move in the ladder. That's, from what I recall, they can't move. They are 7th currently. Oh no, they can move actually. They just can't drop out of the 8. Yeah, mathematically they're in playoffs. They can't make. I think maybe they could make top 4 unless there are buys in there that stop them. I think there's a chance they can't make top 4, but they can't drop out the 8, so they'll just play whoever they've got. So that's why it might be a close match because we're playing the kids. Yeah, I'm not sure how many. That'll be interesting to see what we do. There wasn't Kai Taylor-Ray in the squad though, was there? Is he still out, I think? Because he was in a squad the other day. Kick from Crichton from the touchline. Going to be tricky. Kick is no good. 4-0 it remains. Kai Taylor is not in the squad. We might still get Duffy at fullback. NRL Grand Final prediction. It depends who gets who. Storm Raiders. Storm win 24-22. But hoping the Raiders win it instead. +9 Dogs. Okay. Finally back underway. So 4-0 for the Bulldogs. I do like that we're playing the kids because they need to get game time. Yes, they do. And some might be able to dislodge some of the regulars for next year. We'll see. We've got Jed Cartwright out for the season. Sam Essay out this week. Not good. Not good. Preston with a carry up towards the 40 for the Bulldogs. Nearly done with the first quarter. If we make the 6 with the run of injuries, it's quality, absolutely. You want Dogs to win it? Well, they should do. They should do. Burton with a carry down the left edge up towards the 40 and over it, close to halfway, down the left-hand side of the field, near the touchline. Nearly 19 minutes gone. Next carry from Connor Tracy on the 4th. And again, Jack Walker, thank you for explaining that to me. And a kick on the last from Galvin. It makes... Oh my God, the fact that it makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense. And the next carry from the Panthers up towards the 20. What did Jack Walker explain? Well, I kept mentioning why do fullbacks specifically... Yes, why do fullbacks specifically run on the 4th tackle? I was like, why is it fullbacks? I didn't get it. I just didn't understand it. Why is it specifically fullbacks? It's not wingers coming in. It's not prop forwards. It's fullbacks. Taking carries through the middle on the 4th tackle. What's all that about? But he explained it to me in the interview, and it's so simple. Is that I just never even considered it. It's so simple. Is that the fullback takes the carry on the last, and then when it goes out to the halfback for the kick on the last tackle, the fullback is at the play of the ball, and that chase is then a solid line, and the fullback stays behind. It's so simple. It's so simple. But I just didn't get it at the time. Like it didn't occur to me. It's so simple, but it makes so much sense. Great hands down the right edge though. Crichton got the ball off, but it's Kiraz down the right hand side, stopped 20 metres out. 19 and a half to go. So we're done with the first quarter. In centre field with King, 15 metres out. Right to Galvin. Cross to Crichton. Not much room to work with here. Nearly stopped. He is stopped near the 10 and near the touchline. It sounds obvious now, but would have never guessed it. Exactly. As soon as he said it was like, that makes so much sense. The fullback takes the carry on the 4th. You got the last tackle coming up. And then they get to stay where they are from the play of the ball. And then you've got a full chase so that you are more secure from the return. It makes so much sense, but it just never occurred to me. But it's those little things. There'll be so many more things that I don't notice that I'd love to know. But anytime I see a kick's coming on the 4th, on the last tackle, but if you see there's a fullback carrying it on the 4th or 3rd tackle, you know there's likely a kick on the 4th. So, is that out on the full? It is out on the full. Penalty from the Panthers. So Bulldogs will have great territory here once again. Hi mate, hope you're well. This is our future. I'm pretty happy with these young Panthers. They know how to make him, don't they? David, they know how to make him. They've done well. The main thing that I've noticed with the Panthers, obviously a couple of mistakes here and there, but same with the Bulldogs, but the defensive line speed has been good. So I'm not sure how well they're going to be able to control the game, how well they'll be able to move the ball, but the defensive line speed is good. As long as they don't drop it, 2 of the basics, don't drop it, don't give away penalties. Kind of struggled with the penalties department so far, but defensive line speed has been excellent inside the red zone. So if they keep that up, that's a good sign. So a little bit wayward from the Bulldogs here. Kiraz in possession. He's going to be stopped about 35 metres out. Now 30. 20, not 20. What am I on about? 17 and a half minutes to go. Salmon with King going left to Burton. Engage the line. A few metres shy of the 20. And a penalty. They could go for 2 here. Burton slow to get up. But the clock is stopped right now. Apparently Burton is leaving the Dogs before his contract is up in 27. That'd be ridiculous. I'd have him at wire if he wants to join. He's not going to, but whoever gets him, that'll be a big pickup. Who could get him? Imagine the Eels got him. Replacement for Brown. I know they might like Papali, but Burn and Mitch Moses wouldn't be too bad, would it? Oh, are we getting a yellow here? On reporting in the bin. So that means...
It's going to be a yellow card. I can't speak. You ballless git, Campbell. You dickhead.
It's not good enough. It's not good enough, is it, mate? You can't do that. I didn't actually see what happened. Let's have a look. Ooh, hip drop. You're gone. Sorry, I'm not trying to copy Angry Ginger. Just came out. I'm not going to lie. I didn't see who it was. It's a Panthers player, but I didn't see who it was. I'll get it updated once I find out. Lipowitz, I think it was. It was. "10 metres out. Salmon in centre field. Out the back to Galvin. Then across to Crichton. Tracy on his outside. Switches back to Kiraz. Drops the ball. Oh my God. Mate, the Bulldogs. What is going on with the Bulldogs here? What is going on here at breakfast? Lipowitz. There it is. Okay. Let's get this saved. I've been very impressed with the Panthers' defence so far. Very impressed. Show the game. Unfortunately, I can't due to copyright. Yes, that's the one. You nailed it. I'll get back to other messages in the chat in a second. I'm just going to see what goes on here. 16 minutes to go in the first half. Panthers on their own 10. Down the right edge currently. They are a man down as well. I wish I could. Maybe like Mark Goldbridge is showing a Bundesliga now on Fridays. Well done to him, by the way. That's actually incredible. I'd love to be able to do that. Might only be like championship stuff. Maybe New South Wales Cup or anything like that, but or Queensland Cup. Who knows in the future. But yeah, probably not NRL. Have we got a mistake here? We might do. Right, let me get back to the chat real quick as we're stopped. I also think Marnie is better starting and bring Hayward on later, like we do most of the season. Yes, David, I was thinking about this before. I hate what the Bulldogs have done. Pushing Sexton out, shoehorning Galvin in, who's not even proven that he's an out-and-out 7, first of all. He's not even proven that he's like that valuable of a player. Sexton has proven that he should be starting, so has Marnie. I think Hayward's a great option for 9 and 13 as well, and the halves if you absolutely need him. If Saints beat KR, will you finally put us top? Well, it depends on performance. It depends. Panthers back in possession. A few metres short of their own 40. You've seen that Rover signed that many youngsters for next season, that they're above the cap, and had to pay some of them off before even starting their contract. Didn't see that. Met Gingy and Lee Morrison. So nice. Are you watching Lee vs Castleknock? Yes, I am, Noah. I will be. Did you watch the Grimsby game? No, I was watching Everton vs Mansfield. Laurie's a good player, would be starting if he was at another club. Maybe. I think he's got a few too many mistakes in him at the moment. But all round, maybe could thrive somewhere if he gets regular game time. Kick on the last from the Panthers. They'll just drill this into touch. 14 minutes to go. So they'll just slow the game down a little bit. This is nowhere near the kind of dominance I thought we'd see from the Bulldogs. But honestly, all fair play to the Panthers in this one. How do you think FC versus Leeds will go? Well, if only there was a predictions video you could go watch on the channel. There is a predictions video. So go watch that. Just over 6 minutes to go with the sin bin for Lipowitz. Hayward in centre field with Mann. Takes the carry over halfway. You might have to, Finn. You might have to. At a lower club, you think? Yeah, it would have to. I don't think he'd start in one of the top 4. Probably no one in the top 8, to be honest. And we've got a knock-on from the Panthers. In Australia, the start was minus 21.5 dogs. Well, understandable, but this is interesting. Right, who could Laurie... I'm just going to quickly do this. Who would he start for? Who would Laurie start for? Not the Raiders, not the Storm, not the Bulldogs. Maybe the Warriors, not the Broncos, not the Sharks. I like Kennedy. I really like Kennedy, actually. Not the Panthers, obviously. Not the Roosters. Not the Dolphins, not the Seagulls, maybe the Tigers, not the Cowboys, maybe the Dragons if they move on from Gutherson, but currently not. Maybe the Eels because he could go over Iongi, but maybe. Not the Rabbitohs because he got Latrell or Gray. Maybe the Knights if Ponga moves on, maybe. And Titans, I like Keanu Kinney. He's my favourite player in the whole of the NRL, so no, you're not replacing Kinney. Surely he'll get back to 1 next year, hopefully. Burton with a carry up towards the 10. 12 minutes to go, or just less. 4th tackle. 2 left to go in this set. Inside the 10. Left to man. Pops up to Tupanoa. I need to yawn here. Oh, please don't put the ball down. He might have done, though. Great timing. Held up. Last tackle. Plays this on the 10. Ooh, Somerton is not in a good way here. He's not in a good way. Made that carry from Tupanua. Stop just short. Great scramble there from the Panthers. Do you mind? Great scramble. Is there any, like, shit teams in the NRL, like Super League, with Huddersfield, Cass and Salford? Well, this year, the Knights and the Titans. Luke Somerton will go off with a HIA. The Rabbitohs as well being another one. What do you think of Super League adding 2 more teams next season? I think it's a crap idea because it will make the league less competitive. It's already not that competitive. I disagree with that point there, Noah. I disagree. I think Super League is very competitive. This is the most competitive it has possibly ever been. I think 2 more teams. The thing is, once we wait on this try from the Bulldogs here. Oh, he's held up. He's held up. He is held up. I'll get back to you, Noah, but I think he's held up. No try given on field. Bunker will check it. I think that's no try. Right, so back to your point, Noah. I do disagree that it's already not competitive. Wigan versus KR, each had a win. Saints versus Leeds. Leeds have been the better team all season. Saints have still won both of those games. Saints have lost twice to KR, but if they win this one, it's still competitive. You've had Leeds and Lee be competitive twice. You've had Hull and Leeds be competitive. You've had Hull and Saints be competitive on some occasions. You've had Wakefield causing upsets. You've had Huddersfield causing upsets. Warrington have caused upsets. Like, there have been a lot of... I mean, between top and bottom, that's understandable. But even the squad for Huddersfield, if they had consistent pre-season and they didn't have all the injuries, Huddersfield could be much higher up the ladder. And with the squad that Catalans have got, they should be nowhere near where they are. They should be fighting for top 6. So some of it worked out that way, but overall in terms of squads all around the league, even what Salford started the season with, the only team that looked underwhelming was Cass. But everyone else at the start of the year had a squad that was capable of competing for playoffs. And The fact that some haven't worked out that way is, it's unfortunate, but everyone had a playoff-worthy squad at the start of the season, aside from Cass. Crichton with the carry through centre field up towards the 40. Also, the final point is, these players in the Championship that are going to come up, they need the games. They will make improvements, like York, if they do come up, which I'm assuming they will, they'll bring in some other players. Unfortunately, London, they didn't. They needed to save money because they knew they were going down straight away anyway. Galvin on his right to Preston, takes up towards the Panthers 40 with 10 minutes to go. But they will invest in some Super League talent. If Lewis Dodd is available, he could be someone that they pick up. And a penalty for the Bulldogs. Crusher. And they'll get the game time, they'll learn, they'll improve. They'll learn a lot as the year goes on. You might be right, Leslie. You might be right. Salford's just a bit of an anomaly. Yeah, if you look at the team they had at the start of the season, they finished 4th last year, and I don't think they lost anyone at the start of the year. I don't think. I think they brought players in, actually. 5 metres out between the sticks. Hayward goes right to Crichton, engages the line himself. He's going to be stopped 2 or 3 metres short of the try line. 9 minutes to go in the first half. Third tackle, right at the post. Hayward, left to man. Tupanua could have been in. He could have been in. Fourth tackle, Hayward between the sticks. He is going to go left to Tupanua. Plenty of room. Almost a walk in. And we now see his bare arse. Almost could have seen a bit more. Plays it a metre short of the try line. Hayward back towards the middle now with Galvin. Shifting right. Gets an offload for Preston. Still the last. Crichton kicks the ball through. Played out by the Panthers. Collected by the Panthers. Damn. 8.5 to go. Panthers. There's no way they're about to go into the half, possibly conceding 1 try and being a man down. What a great job they're doing here. My issue is to give them like 3 months to build a Super League level squad because nobody knows what's going on. Yeah, that is an issue. I was thinking about this. I think there's a way we could work in the grading system with promotion relegation, because I do think we need to keep the standards high. We need to make sure that clubs maintain standards, but I think we can maybe work it in with promotion and relegation to make sure that clubs can plan for that kind of stuff, but that they're also making improvements at the same time. Kick on the last. I might get into it at half time, we'll see. Carry from Tracy over the 30. Stopped on the 30. Lipowitz is coming back on in a second. Get this ready. Mate, the possession, the territory in favour of the Bulldogs. And they've not been able to really do anything with it. This is almost worrying. I wonder if Sexton would change the game. Salmon offloads it to man. Bit of room to run. Up towards the 40. 7 minutes to go. Lipowitz is back on. There we go. I'll get back to the chat in a second once we've got a stoppage. Left to Cherry. Across to Montoya. Room to run. Almost into touch. Stop near the left touch line. Just less than 7 to go. Curran back towards the middle. Now with man. And the back to Galvin. I need to yawn again. Great timing. Crichton gets around 1. Near the touchline. Back inside to Tracy. Option from Preston. Good hands. Good movement from the Bulldogs. Great time to yawn. But that's the kind of professionalism you get here at Kinetic Rugby League. Try for the Bulldogs. It's about damn time. Wait a minute. I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Feeling fuzzy, walking in marble and ZLZs. How to bring out the fabulous. 8-0 for the doggies. It's about time. Yeah, fair point. Just thinking about the teams coming up not being competitive enough, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it's completely fair, Noah. It's completely fair. I guess we'll just have to see what kind of teams they can build. French was average in NRL, but not bad either. Always had talent. Just thought, though very nippy. Yes. I I didn't really get to see him much in the NRL, but from what I can tell, people liked him, but they weren't that high on him. French gave the Panthers nightmares when they played. Showed up clearly. I just think French is a phenomenal talent. Panthers never play well in those games as a trial game for us at that time of the year. I think Wigan only played one game in Super League though during that one. The kick from Burton's good, so it's 10-0. So the game against Wigan, I'm pretty sure Wigan had played one game in Super League. And the year before against St Helens, both played one game in pre-season. And St Helens actually played against the Dragons, because the Dragons didn't have anyone to play, so they played St Helens. St Helens beat the Dragons. And then they beat the Panthers, so they had the same amount of prep. I think some people do forget that. There's one content creator in particular who likes to talk shit about English Rugby League, which I understand. Don't think the Panthers have any of those games, or won any of those games. I think, so in pre-season in 2023, the Panthers won one pre-season game, and St Helens won one pre-season game. And then they played the week after against each other. Is Holbrook at the Titans? No, he's assistant at the Roosters, I think. Break here for Galvin. Trying to get around Laurie. Steps. Sexton would have got to the try line there, I'm sure. 4.5 to go. Hayward now with Salmon. Excuse me. Man pops up to Preston. Just over 4 minutes to go. Fourth tackle. 5 breaks in favour of the Bulldogs, none for the Panthers. Galvin stopped on the 20. Sexton would have scored from there, mate. Just saying. I'm joking. He might have done. 20 metres out. In centre field with Burton. Chips the ball towards the back right. Kiraz, good in the air, will go up. Knocks it backwards. Knocked backwards again. Preston flicks it back to Crichton. Room down the left, maybe over the top. That could be 6 again. Knocked on maybe by Tupanua. Flicks it back. Still live. Last tackle. Curran kicks the ball through. And it's collected by the Panthers. What an absolute mess. God damn. It's after like one round of Super League. I'm sure if we win the Ashes, we'll say it's Aussies, don't care. Some will use the excuse, well, there's no Payne Haas. I need Australia to bring the strongest squad they've got available. I need them to. Because none of this, Samoa brought their C team nonsense. None of that. Man is down. Clock is stopped. 3 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Third tackle for the Panthers. Got a bit of a stoppage. Truth is, Aussie teams don't really care for that game. No one remembers it. That's the truth. Well, the thing is, as long as if we can keep beating the NRL teams, then hopefully at some point they do start caring about it. That would be the hope. There's a player on report here. I think it was Man. Ooh, that looks ugly. Probably Saints' best ever coach with Wolf. Possibly. Aussie Ashes coaching squad has John Cartwright, Willie Peters and Brad Arthur. Is that confirmed, Finn? Like, is that actually confirmed? Or are you just talking nonsense? I don't think they... I mean, they might do that. Because they can understand a bit about the English style. Not confirmed, but it's from the main journalist, right? I could understand that. It does make sense. It makes a lot of sense. I wonder if Wayne would include anyone else. I know Breers and Andy Last are part of his team. I don't know if he'd bring anyone else in. Like, would he add Wellens to it? Would he add Would he add Burgess to it? Because he's been part of the England setup before, as a player, obviously. Would he add... who's an English coach? Why am I forgetting him? Why am I forgetting English coaches? I'm just straight up forgetting. Pete, yes, he could add Pete, maybe. He might do. In centre field now is Sonny Luke. Schneider with the carry through centre field, just over 20 metres out. Maybe McNamara, actually. He used to be England coach, wasn't he? Collected by Kiraz on the back of a kick through towards the back left. Not a great option there. Would Dom Young make the English team? I think he would. Now that Matty Ashton is out all year. Well, he's been out for a good few months now, but he's out all year. He would have made it, I think. But yeah, I think Dom Young is definitely in. But there's plenty of options, though. The thing is, with England, there's plenty of options. I think it's the forward pack pretty much picks itself. But everywhere else, there is just... The forward pack and centres, easy picks. Everywhere else is tricky. Bronson Cherry with the carry down the left edge. Just over a minute and a half to go. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Galvin on the last, kicks from behind halfway. Collected towards the back left by Laurie on the 10. Up towards the 20. Penalty for the Panthers, so they could finish this off very nicely. Would you take Billy Smith? The one from the Roosters? No. No, I wouldn't. So the Panthers, with 50 seconds to go, up towards halfway, they should maybe be able to get a full set in here. Maybe can get a full set. 45 seconds left. In centre field with Schneider, shifting it left now. Bit of room down the left-hand side to eat up some metres, up towards the 40. 30 seconds to go. Third tackle for the Panthers. 60 can for the Panthers. They won't be able to use it, though. 20 seconds left. When will the Panthers pull the trigger? Shifting it right. Laurie will switch back to Fanua. 30 metres out. This will be the last play of the half, most likely. Sonny Luke down the right edge. Scoots himself. Oh, okay. Might be able to get one more. They will get one more. With Schneider, just hit it high. Just hit the ball high. They're shifting it. Ugh, disappointing end. Half time. What a waste. What a waste. Just belt the ball towards the corner, honestly. Right, well, it's a good effort. Good effort from the Panthers there. Good effort. But in the second half, I imagine the Bulldogs, as time goes on, they'll just stretch out that lead a little bit more. But not very convincing from the Doggies either. Who's good for the Bulldogs? Great question. You know what, that's such a good question, I can't answer it. Galvin and Preston. I guess I can. I'm more surprised that the coaching squad and stuff is being decided less than 2 months away from the first game. Yeah, that's not great. Not great. I really want Australia to take this seriously, because this is an important game to us, and I want the strongest Australia team possible. I want to see where England's at on the world stage. The fact that Haas is already going to be playing for Samoa is disappointing, because I wanted to see him play, first of all, live, and for us to see how we deal with him. But, yeah, the forward pack's still going to be good. Lindsay Collins surely would be in there. Patrick Carrigan. So, we'll see. Wingers could genuinely pick about 6. Yeah, you've got Davies, you got John Stone, you got Marshall, you've got Dom Young is an option, Burgess, Handley. If I had to, my back 7 is already picked. Like, I know which group of backs I want, personally. I've already picked it. So for me, assuming that Farnworth is fit, he should be back round 27. If the Dolphins actually make finals, that'd be good, so he can get some fitness in beforehand. But for me, the backs are picked. So if Farnworth's available, it's Welsby at 1, Dom Young right wing, Farnworth his centre. Left centre Wardle, left wing Burgess. 6 is Williams, 7 is Smith. 1, 6 and 7, Welsby, Williams and Smith, you don't change. Completely in control against Samoa, both times. Completely in control against Tonga, 3 times. That spine does not need to change. I know we like Lewis. I know we like Connor. No issues if they're in the squad. Not a single complaint. But there's no need to change something. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Welsby, Williams and Smith, you even saw against Samoa, they're like swapping positions. Or like you'll see Welsby taking on that kind of 6 role. They're switching sides of the field as well. They're working together. They're combining with each other. I ain't changing that. There's no need to change it. So there's no problems having the others in the squad. So yeah, we're getting asked on a bet, $20 on our win. Some people might get screwed over with the margins here in this game. We will see. Who would you start at lock? Good question. Radley. I'd start Radley at lock. I would do... So, assuming that Farnworth isn't available, Welsby 1, Young right wing, Umaila Hanley right centre. I'm adamant about Umaila Hanley getting in the squad. Wardle left centre, Burgess left wing. And then, of course, Williams 6, Smith 7. I know my 9, which is Danny Walker. 9 for me is Danny Walker. Luke Thompson is a prop. You take Dupree, most likely. Mulhern. Trout. Lees. I think Delaney could get picked as well. No issues there. Ashworth, I think, could be in with a shout. You're looking at Aledzki. He's eligible. You're looking at Jenkins. You're looking at... Mate, Cassell's been showing up recently. There's so many options up front, actually. There's an abundance of options. But you've got to get some leads forwards in there, absolutely. Hadley could be picked. He could also play, in the back row or prop. It's so tough. Maybe Hardacre because of utility, possibly. So the ones that I do know for a fact that I'm picking. So I've told you the back 7. Danny Walker is my 9 without question. Radley's my 13 without question. Matty Nicholson hopefully gets back to the first team for the Raiders. It's going to be tricky with Hosking playing so well. I think Jack Ashworth has been solid. I think he's been pretty solid. I think he's in the conversation at least. Right back rower for me would be Nicholson. Legitimately. Left, I think I still pick Nzemba. I think I still do. But unsure with those 2 right now. 14 is Mikey Lewis. Props on the bench. Who have been the best English impact props this season? Off the bench, which English props have been like, hell yeah? Because Delaney's been solid. As an impact player, Delaney has been a hell of a player. So, Delaney could honestly be one. Who'd you pick at fullback? Who would you pick in fullback for the Wallabies? The Wallabies? No answer. No answer to that. Unless you mean the Kangaroos. Sam, I say yes. I feel like I'm missing somebody here. Fullback. If I had to pick the best option at fullback, the one that I'd be most excited to see and fear the most would be Walsh. No Kai Pearce-Paul. I've never been that interested in Kai Pearce-Paul, to be honest. I've never cared that much about him. He doesn't excite me in the slightest. Plus, he's just been quiet. I mean, the Knights have been shocking, but he's just been quiet all year. But Nicholson has actually been exciting. He's actually done stuff by himself. How many is Wayne picking for us? I want to say it's either... I don't know. I feel like it changes for every tournament. I think it was 22 for the Samoa series. I think it should just always be a 21-man squad. Like, always just 21. I think Walsh is the most dangerous. At absolute peak for me, it's Walsh. I think if I'm picking Australia, it's Walsh at fullback. There's going to be 2 surprise ones, but if you're new here, these will be surprise ones. If you're not new, I've mentioned these guys before. Walsh at fullback. Nwanga is right wing for me. I think he's earned that. I think he's absolutely earned that jersey on the right. His centre, I think, is Robert Toyer as well. That partnership on that right edge, plus what Toyer did in State of Origin against Latrell Mitchell, he won that 1v1. Robert Toyer gets that jersey for me if I'm picking, without concern, without question. They might go with Tom Trbojevic or something like that, maybe, I understand. Left centre, you could take Latrell, you could take Hamiso Taboy-Fidel. Left wing for me is Coates, there is no question. It is Xavier Coates left wing without debate. His centre is either Latrell or Hamiso, but he could be just part of the squad. 6, I think... I'd love to see Strange. For England, maybe, but he could still make the squad. I don't think he will, though. That's the thing. I think 6 and 7 is going to be Munster and Cleary. Dearden could make the squad. Moses could make the squad, but I think it's going to be Munster Cleary. Which would be so exciting to see. That'd be great. Burton could make the squad, though. It's a good point, Finn. For left centre, it's Shibasaki from Brisbane, not Turbo. Interesting. Ooh, Stags. Stags has played for Tonga previously, so he would... He's played for Australia as well, I'm pretty sure, so Stags could be an option. Stags would be... It'd be Stags versus Jake Wardle. Oh, mate. Props would be Lindsay Collins, Patrick Carrigan. Why am I forgetting so many? Why am I forgetting so many props? Because you just would go for Payne Haas, but I cannot think of Aussie props now. I need to go through each team here. Crichton centre 100%. For Samoa, yes. But Crichton wouldn't be an Aussie, would he? Max King might actually start. That's a good point. Who'd you start? Would you start Grant at hooker or Ben Hunt? Grant. Hunt off the bench. Can also be in the halves if needed later on. Hunt could be an option off the bench. Right. Other Aussie props. Who we got? Raiders. Pabliti. Horsburgh should make the squad, surely. Storm. Do you take Max King? Or not Max King. Josh King. No, I don't think so. I don't think you take him. Bulldogs. You maybe take Max King. Warriors, they don't have an Aussie prop that would be in, I don't think. Broncos, you would have taken Haas, but you get Patrick Carrigan. Sharks, they don't have an Aussie prop. Fanua Blake, though, he'll be great in the Pacific Championships again. Panthers, Smith might make it. Smith might. Roosters, you got Lindsay Collins. Lindsay Collins should make it. Dolphins. Josh Kerr. Josh Kerr's been a great impact player. I'm not sure if he is an Aussie or if he's eligible for somebody else. I don't know. There's so many like heritage players over there that I sometimes just don't know. Seagulls. Don't think so. West Tigers. Terrell May's Samoan, right? Or could he... If Terrell May's eligible for Australia, then maybe May. Cowboys, Ruben Cotter. Griffin Neame for New Zealand was an absolute tank. I'm just thinking about him. Dragons. Nah. Eels. Maybe Hopgood. Oh, I'm thinking Liero, actually. Liero at 13 might be an option for Australia. Rabbitohs. Don't think so. Knights. Nah. Titans. Nah. If Tino's... Is Tino eligible for Australia? Yeah, he is. So I think Tino would probably be picked up. Let's have a look at the chat. Morning, Alex. Good to see you. Have you seen the Wigan yellow card now? Opinion? I didn't really pay enough attention to it to have a decision, but I think at least a yellow was completely understandable. But I don't have a full opinion on it. Apparently still have like 95% tackle efficiency, over 100 metre average a game. I trust him over Nsemba. Right, okay. Alright, gotcha. Just thinking of the origin props. Well, some of them can play for, obviously, Samoa and Tonga, can't they? I think. Yo at 13. Yes, Yo at 13, absolutely. Kurt Capewell. Oh, yes, Kurt Capewell. Good shout. Good shout. Could be picked. It's crazy how we rested Nathan Cleary and all the others. Well, they've accepted they're not going to make the top four, so they'll just go with whatever run they've got. Luke Thompson, is he English or Aussie for Wigan? He's English. Would Dave Fafita make the squad? Don't think so. Not with how things have been going. Don't think so. I just hope we don't get like these disappointing picks. Like, I remember when Wayne announced the World Cup squad, and the hookers he took were... This was 2022, by the way. He took McIlroy and Ackers. Like, that was so underwhelming. Like, Ackers became a better player the year after and the year after that, but McIlroy for the World Cup, really? Darryl Clark was the best hooker in the game at the time. And Leeming was absolutely killing it. It should have been Clark and Leeming, but McIlroy and Ackers, that was such a letdown. McIlroy had, in total, I guarantee you, total meters for McIlroy in the whole tournament, I guarantee you would have been less than 50. Less than 50 metres across the entire tournament. I guarantee you. Someone can go check it, and I'm probably wrong, but I am 99% confident less than 50 metres in total. Never carried the ball. Sonny Luke with a great carry. Made more metres than McIlroy during the whole tournament, which is right there. Last tackle for the Panthers, up towards halfway. Great opening set, which I just missed all of it because I'm just yapping too much. Kick on the last. It is knocked on by possibly Montoya first. Alamotti did knock on. It's going to be Bulldogs ball. Rumour he'll be at South next season. I don't even know what's going on with him. Like, what's happened to him? Yeah, it was touched by Alamotti first. Bulldogs in possession just over their own 10. Just over a minute gone in the second half. Hayward, now with Kiraz. Oh, I've got an important call next week. I can't tell you what it is. I can't tell you what it is, but I've got an important call next week. Oh, that's going to be so good. Oh, I can't tell you how cool this is. I wish I could tell you what the call is, but it's got to... Oh, I've got a call next week. I'm trying to do something. And there's a player in this game that reminded me of that. Just over 2 minutes gone. Panthers in possession on halfway, third tackle. Sonny Luke at dummy half, over on the left-hand side. Sonny Luke is one I'd have at Warrington. Absolutely would have him at Warrington. Switch back to Lipowitz, over the 40. He'll be at the Broncos' last home game. Well, enjoy that. God, they get great crowds, don't they, the Broncos? Kick down the right. Alamotti tries to offload back inside. I think it hits the back of Montoya and goes into touch, but not played at, so that is Bulldogs ball. It's with Tracy. Stopped about 15 out from his own try line. 3 minutes gone. Is now with Kiraz up towards the 20. Next carry from Saluk Fafita now on the field. Man in centre field, out the back to Galvin, shifting it right with Preston. He's slammed into the ground by Jack Cole. Go on, lad. That look forward. Tracy with the carry over the 40. 3.5 minutes gone. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. In centre field with Burton. Mate, he just kicks it. It's just a generic kick. It's not even a bomb. It's a generic kick taken on the full by Alamotti. Now, he's really gone away from these Burton bombs recently. Schneider will carry from dummy half. Is it even Schneider? It is. Well done, me. Panthers up towards the 20 with McLean. He makes a mistake. Turns over the ball. Bulldogs have possession inside the red zone with a fresh set of 6. Hayward slow to play this for Galvin in centre field. Right to Saluk Fafita. Up towards the 10. Great chance for the doggies here, mate. Sorry. Hayward in centre field with man. Switches back to Tupanua. In centre field, Hayward goes right to Galvin. Switches back to Preston. Still inside the 10. Going to be stopped about inches short of the try line, actually. Great chance for the Bulldogs. Right at the post. Hayward goes himself. Going to be held up. They are going to check this one, are they? Okay, they're going to ask the bunkers to check it real quick. But this should be very simple. No try, and we shall move on. So, if you could leave a like on the live stream, helps to get out there to more people. Got 18 likes already. That's actually fantastic. Thank you. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do. Start the stream on 11,441. It's 11,465. Very nice. Thank you kindly. And I do have a predictions video up as well. Feel free to go watch that if you want to. 5 minutes gone. In the second half, fourth tackle, Galvin in centre field. Right to man, steps off his right foot. Galvin across to Crichton, kicks the ball through. Laurie is there. Bats it over the dead ball line, and that's going to be a repeat set. Short dropout. It is knocked on by the Panthers 6 minutes into the game. Or second half, I should say. So yeah, mistake there. Mistake. So with Crichton in centre field, stepping, stopped just short of the 10. Hayward on his left to Saluka for Fita. Sonny Luke, not in a good way. Might have to go off with a HIA here, possibly. May have to go off. God, he was out. He was out. So Summerton's already out. He failed his HIA. Forgot about that. So let's add the injury thing on for him. And then is Luke going off. So he goes to 9 then. Preston Ricky will enter the field. Second tackle, needs to yawn. This is great. So Luke Fafita plays the ball 5 metres out. Galvin switches back to Tupanua. Nearly 7 minutes gone in the second half. Third tackle, left to man. Stepping left and right. Stopped about 6 metres out. Fourth tackle between the sticks. Now Hayward on his right to Galvin. Pops up to Preston and they'll walk in. This could be a slightly easier second half. Preston with a double. Look at him go. What a guy. That's going to be 14-0 with a kick to come. Well, there we go. It's not been the cleanest performance from the Bulldogs, but as I said earlier, the defensive line speed from the Panthers' edge defense has been good enough to disrupt a lot of what they're trying to do. Maybe taking the foot off the gas in that department. So far, Preston's the leading try scorer for the Bulldogs. Really? A back rower? Interesting. That's it? 10 tries? Kiraz is second with 9. I mean, sharing the love, I guess. The Bulldogs are the joint of the NRL. Not that I know what a joint is like or anything like that. Honestly, I actually don't. Never tried it. Curious though, but I've never tried it. Kick's good. I know someone in here has though, back in their day. Eh? Bad influence. Bad influence. So Edgar... So if Sonny Luke is unable to retake the field, then Edgar will be activated. I'll spark one for your next try. Thanks, Leslie. Thank you. So Luke Fafita with the first carry on this set. Nearly 9 minutes gone in the second half. Bulldogs just over their own 10. Kiraz with the next carry. Up towards the 20. It's not slander, it's the truth. The truth, I tell you. Tracy with the carry over the 40. Almost 10 minutes gone in the second half. 15 out from their own try line. The Panthers collect it with Alamotti. Takes it over the 20, a few metres short of the 30. Geimer with a carry offload, then a knock on from Cole. He's claiming it was knocked on by the Bulldogs. Do they want to challenge it? Cole is adamant that it's worth a challenge. Absolutely adamant it's worth a challenge. Never been so sure about anything in his life. Oh, 2 important changes to your plan. Excuse me, this applies to me. From October 1st, the cost of your airtime plan will increase by £3 a month. Oh, will it? Will it now? God. Need to check on that stuff. God. Ten minutes gone in the second half. 16-0 for the Bulldogs. Panthers in possession on their own 30. So they won the challenge. Fair play. Cole was adamant, and he was correct. Next carry through centre field from Preston Ricky. Up towards the halfway line. Panthers shifting it left. What scoreline did I have for this one, by the way? I did have Bulldogs 13+, so that was very simple. I basically said, this one feels pointless going into too much detail about. I'll stick with the important info. I read out the list of players out for the Panthers and said, that's it, nothing more to be said. Bulldogs have the first team available and said Bulldogs 13+ without hesitation. 42-6 was my prediction. Right, the amount of players that they've rested everybody. Tracy hands it off to Kiraz over the 30 up towards the 40. 11 minutes gone in the second half. Hayward right at centre field. Good chunk of minutes so far. Dislodged Reid Marnie in his number 9 role. Man pops it up to Tupanua, but it is swiftly intercepted by Phillips? Someone? Don't know. 25 metres out. Panthers in possession with a fresh set. It's going to be knocked down. 6 again for the Panthers. McLean hands it off to Cole. Down the right edge. Almost a high shot there. Just over 20 metres out. 6 again. And they'll get a full-on penalty. Are they going to go for 2? And just take any points they can? Which obviously they shouldn't. But are they going to get any points? Tap from Schneider. And a carry just a few metres shy of the 10 for the Panthers. In centre field, Schneider will go left to Eisenhuth. Switches back to Price. He's inside the 10. 12.5 minutes gone. Right to Laurie. Switches back to Gaia. Back inside the 10. Third tackle. Are they going to shift the ball out wide properly? They are now. Cole. Good hands down the left-hand side. McLean, not much room to work with. Almost in touch. Ball came loose. Turnover. Bulldogs possession. Bulldogs are massively underperforming. Yes, they are, Dingle. Yes, they are. And all of a sudden, we got 60-odd people in here. Hello. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks. Yeah, this has not been a great performance from the Bulldogs. Again, a lot of praise to the Panthers from their defensive line speed. They've actually made some good meters through the middle. They've done a good job restricting the meters through the middle too. So, the Panthers have done some good work defensively. As I say that, there's a line break for Tupou. Hands it off to Tracy. One to beat. Takes it over the 14 now. He stopped 35 out. But I still stand by the fact that defensive work from the Panthers has still been pretty solid, to be fair. Given the makeshift lineup they've got, it's been pretty solid. 30 metres out with Hayward in centre field. Right to Galvin. He'll switch back to Preston. 14 minutes gone in the second half. 26 to go in the game. Reid Marnie is now back on. It's then with Max King now back on the field. Over the 20. Last tackle coming up for the Bulldogs. Plays it about 12 metres out. Reid Marnie left to Burton. Goes himself. Okay, well that one was too easy. So as I started trying to praise the Panthers, there was a line break and then just a walk-in try for Burton. Right, okay. Excellent timing. Excellent timing. Not disappointed in any way, just gonna cry, that's all. Now, well done, Burton. That is 20-0 with a kick to come, likely to get the kick. So I'll just give him that. Okay. Fantastic. 25 to go. So Marnie went left to Burton. Scanned the line. Hawkeye. Skips past one. Room to run. Cuts back in like it's clearing the 2023 Grand Final. Oof. Laurie slipping like Reece Walsh did. I think it was Dingle that mentioned it before, but I saw on X as well that they're considering releasing him. They'd be so stupid to do that. It'd be so stupid. Mate, what the Bulldogs are doing with their squad, I know they could still win the whole thing, right? They could release in Burton. There's rumours of it. Storm on top? Well, technically it's the Raiders on top, actually. But I get you. Still a great side, and I still think they'll win it all. The Bulldogs can still win the Grand Final, like they still can, but there was no need to change stuff. It was fine bringing Galvin in. There was nothing wrong with that. The fact they forced him in. So stupid. For anyone that's unsure, like any Super League fans that's unsure what the Bulldogs did specifically, imagine Jack Farrimond played for Castleford, right? Imagine he was first starting out properly this year, getting a lot of game time. He looked exciting for Cass, right? And Wigan decided to bring in Farrimond from Cass, and they dropped Smith in order to get Farrimond in the side. That's what the Bulldogs have done. So stupid. So stupid. Brian Toto is such a joker, mate. That's an expensive bench there. My God. Panthers have possession 25 metres out. They'll be stopped just short of the 20. Just over 23 minutes to go as well. And it is 22-0. A lot of 20s here. Next carry inside the 20. On the second tackle. Up towards the 10. Third tackle. I need to yawn again. Not good timing. Shifted it left. Laurie switches back to Phillips. But doesn't score, thank you. I've got something in my eye. In centre field, shifting it right. Cole is going to get wrapped up. Panthers haven't really been able to shift the ball around that much. They've had a couple of goes moving it, but they kind of just have to kick to the corners, really. They launch it across. Holy shit, what a ball from Laurie that was. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a ball. Excuse me? Mate. Cooper Crunk, I agree, sir. I agree. Mate, what a cutout pass. He skips two. He launches that. Absolutely launches that. Laurie, he's got 3 to his outside. He passes it from the number marker. You know, you've got the 2 hashes towards the edges and the number marker in between. He's on the number marker. He launches that thing out towards the wing. Alamotti collects, spins, and goes in for a try. There's a flat line. It's completely flat. There's no one out the back or anything like that. It's a solid defensive line from the Bulldogs. It is a flat line against a flat line. He launches that ball across. That is, oh my god, that is gorgeous. Montoya can't get there. Alamotti's in. Mate, what a ball that is. What a ball. Kick from Alamotti from the touchline. The kick is, it's no good. It's no good. What do you mean, Alex? You mean to, like, bulk? Yes, protein, lots of protein, and carbs for energy. So, chicken and pasta, perfect. You get your protein, and you get your carbs. So yeah, protein, which helps with. As far as I'm aware, when you're doing weights, they tear, like, it basically tears your muscles, and protein helps to, like, put them back together to build in size. I think if that's a very basic way of saying it. So protein is huge, and then carbs help to, you retain a lot of water weight through carbs, but I think carbs help give you energy. So, like, when you go into the gym, you obviously need that energy. Yeah. Protein first, carbs second. But heavy on the protein. Eggs. I think Greek yogurt's supposed to be good for protein as well. A lot of meat. Bulldogs in possession, just over 30 metres out, 19 and a half minutes to go, last tackle. It is with Galvin. Now with Hayward, out the back to Burton. Puts boot to ball. Towards back left. Alamotti goes up, stopped on the 10. Penalty for the Panthers. Ooh, damn. Your £119 got to £140 going gym and drinking protein shakes, but gym has closed and my diet is awful. Basically 4 chicken steaks every night. Back down to £130, completely lost my appetite, so wondering if there's any good advice other than just eat more and get motivated. Well. Unfortunately, it's kind of that simple, unfortunately. You just got to find the appetite. You got to find the motivation to do it. If you can mix up what you have every day, if you can mix it up but still try and get that protein in, it's a good start. But start with baby steps. If you are goals driven, start with just a simple but achievable goal, but something where you feel like you've actually worked to get to it. Start with that. Don't even worry about the type of food, just worry about consuming more food and maybe go in the gym once a week at least. If you don't start, you never finish. So just start with some baby steps. Start with something very small. Oh, that's a strong hit onto Montoya. Just over 17.5 minutes to go. Kiraz with a carry over halfway, gets an offload for Tracy in centre field, slips over 45 metres out. Third tackle, Marnie on his right to King. Over the 30. The 40, sorry, up towards the 30. That's a great carry. Great carry. Plays it 25 out. Reed Marnie now in centre field with Galvin. Pops it up to Hughes. Loses possession of the ball. .17 minutes left. Lost ball from the Bulldogs. Turn over the ball to the Panthers. Can the Bulldogs maintain this 13 plus? Bulldogs fan stood up, gave a thumbs up to Ivan Cleary in the box. I read his lips. It definitely wasn't shove off. He definitely didn't say that. Just over 16 minutes to go. Sonny Luke gives the ball to Pateo with a carry through centre field. Stopped on the 40. Oh my God. Fourth tackle. And it's a lost ball from the Panthers. Oh, God. Show it again. Show it again. Down the right edge with Connor Tracy. Again, playing in that centre role. They're kind of switching Tracy and Crichton. It's interesting. Been doing it a lot in the last few weeks. Worked out sometimes. Just over 15 minutes to go. Bulldogs just over 30 metres out. Marnie in centre field. On his left to Hayward. He will switch back to Hughes. Takes it over the 30. So there is now 15 minutes to go exactly. Third tackle. Hayward right to Galvin. He will switch back to Kiraz, who knocks the ball on. Panthers collect 15 out from their own try line. And Laurie takes it over the 20. McLean left to Gaia under pressure. Gets an offload though somehow in all that. Cole cross to Farley. I think it's Farley. I've not heard his name really said much. Schneider hands it off to Gaia. He takes it over the Bulldogs 40. If the Bulldogs don't win this game by 13 plus, it's basically an L. There is no way they don't win this game by 13 plus. Sonny Luke on his right. Next carry from Lipwicks. Is it Lipwicks or Lipwitz? I don't know. What this game in Super... That's a mess. But they're actually going to be in a 1 to 12 range here. There's no way that somehow the Panthers are going to keep this in the 1 to 12 range. There's no way. How are the Bulldogs not running away with this one? I do not understand. I do not understand. Again, here's a list of players that the Panthers arrested, by the way. Talangi, Toto, McLean, Edwards, Yo, Papali'i, Tango, Henry, Martin, Smith, Garnett, Kenny, Leota, Sorensen, Jenkins, Cleary. They have a made-up team list here. They've just chucked Tom, Dick and Harry in the side that they've never met before. Obviously, they do know who they are. They've just chucked them in the side and gone, have a go, lads. Have a go. They are going to be in a 1 to 12 range. There is no way. Mate, the Bulldogs. All because... Now, they've taken a step back. But what did it correlate with? It correlated with forcing Sexton and Marnie out of the side. Now, this is going to be checked and this might not be a try. But very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. It was given initially. They're just checking the contest. I think that's touched by Alamati. Oh, not Alamati, sorry. Fanua. So, fortunately for the Bulldogs, it's not going to be a try. Fortunately. Lucky. Very lucky. Why would you force Sexton out? I don't understand that at all. I don't understand in the slightest. Just to bring in a kid that's not even proven himself. You can't even tell he's a number 7. But you want to force him in. Just because Gus thinks he's the next best thing since Vegemite. Like, oh my God. Penalty for the Bulldogs. Kick into touch from Burton. They'll start a fresh set from the 40. Anyway, to answer your question, Alex, Lee versus Hull, something like that. Hughes takes over the 30. It's more good versus hat-trick. Well, that was far too easy. That was far too easy. That's a hat-trick for bloody Jacob Preston, mate. How's he managed that? Out of nowhere. I need to see that again. I need to see it again. So it's right to Galvin. Switches back to Preston. Touched by 3 different defenders. Shrugs off all of them. Daylari falls on his backside. This is what I said about, too many mistakes. Mate, that is... God, that's awful. One missed tackle, another missed tackle, another missed tackle. Preston with a step. Laurie slips on his backside. Cole puts a hand on him. Is that even Cole? It might not have been. Well, there's a hand on him. They don't get him down. 26-4 with a kick to come. Should get it close enough to the sticks. $75 watching. 82 it now says. If you're new to the stream, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you could leave a like on the live stream, it helps us to get out there to more people. If you want to subscribe, feel free to do so. I'm going to be streaming more NRL this weekend. I'm going to be slightly busy this weekend. I'm out on Saturday, actually. Going for a nice meal in Manchester with some mates to a place that I went to a few years ago. I'm excited to go back. Great food. So, that'll be fun. But I am streaming one more game in the NRL this weekend, which will be Storm vs Roosters. I don't think I chose to do Cowboys Broncos. I don't think I... Did I choose to do it? I don't know why I chose not to do it, if I'm honest. Crichton has gone off for a break with the final 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Ooh, Kiraz is limping. He's had to sit down. Ooh, dear, he's not in a good way. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Not in a good way. That's a big loss. Let's have a look at how he landed. Oh, his ankle went inward. Oh, dear. Tracy with the carry down the left edge up towards the 40. Oh, that was it. Oh, that was an ugly one. That's a big miss. But Blake Wilson next to step up, I guess. Marnie down the short side left with Burton up towards the 40. Just over 10 minutes to go. Last tackle for the Bulldogs. Marnie in centre field now with Galvin. Kicks from the 40. Plenty of height on this one. Laurie underneath it. Goes up. Collects it cleanly on the 20. So 28-4 is the score. Cole down the left-hand side with Gaia. Good. Oh, McLean is just wiped out by... Absolutely wiped out. 35 metres out for the Panthers. Good field position. You're slowing the stream down on your side. Are you? In what way? Couple of offloads here for the Panthers. Down the right-hand side with Alamotti, the only try scorer for Penrith. Over on the right-hand side of the field. Just over 9 minutes to go. Back towards the middle. Schneider. Now with Diaz. Stopped on the 20. Last tackle. Space on the left here. Good chance. Farley gets an offload. Collected by Galvin on the 10. Hey dude, can you tell me? What can I tell you? Arian, what can I tell you? Do ask. Can you see the chat reaction stuff? I can. I just mean like the thumbs up below. I don't know what the reactions do actually. I don't know if it helps to get it out there. I actually don't have a clue. I would assume it might. But I don't know. But I know for a fact the likes do help it to get out there, the thumbs up. Yeah, Kiraz limping off. They could always just, they'll be in final, so just rest him next week. Comes off current. That's a knock on. Panthers will have possession with 8 minutes to go, about 30 metres out. Score of Jacob Kiraz. Well, not now, he's going off. Do you mean, will they score a try? Montoya might. Let me just check. Montoya is on. He's not scored yet. Neither have scored, and Kiraz is now off for the rest of the game. Cherry, Sam Hughes, anytime. I mean, Cherry would be possible. Neither have scored a try currently. I mean, there's only 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. It's probably not worth it. Just watch that cutout pass. Very nice indeed. Yeah, it was a beauty. Hearts and stuff in the chat. Yeah, I can see all the reactions, like the 100, the laugh, the party, the hearts. I can see all those. They pop up for me. I don't know if they help to get the stream out. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what they do. Luke on the 20. Going to be stopped about 16 metres out from the try line. Just less than 7 to go. Fourth tackle. Next carry from Meisenhuth actually goes right to Schneider. Pops it across. Oof, almost in over the top. Alamotti switches back. Keeps the ball alive. Laurie kicks through. It was the fourth tackle. Didn't need to do that. when I use my auto clicker on it, I freeze the stream on my side. Oh dear. Oh dear. And Tracy might have lost the ball here. Ooh. Bulldogs ball. Here's a Bulldogs ball. There's a little bit of a mess there. Finally got the words out. Jesus Christ. So there is a challenge here from the Panthers. Just less than 6 minutes to go. I might have been stripped out. Maybe. Let's have a look at subs now. So it went... Oh, damn. It was at 11,441. It's gone up by 38. Pretty good. I'm nearly at 11.5k. I'm 21. I'm 21 subs away from 11.5k. If you've not subscribed, please do. That would be greatly appreciated. I need 21 more subs. Can I get it by the end of the stream? Very, very difficult. But not impossible. Not impossible. Right, so 5 minutes and 54 seconds to go. We've got a Panthers player down as well. But it's all good. Scrum for the Bulldogs. 20 out from their own try line. Current takes it over the 30. Max King with a great carry up towards halfway. Fantastic carry. Galvin will switch back to Hughes. Takes it over the halfway line. 5.5 minutes to go. Reed Marnie. Right to Galvin. Out the back to Burton. Engages the line himself. Could have got an offload there to Tupanua. Would have been tricky though. Plays it for Marnie down the right hand side. Back towards the middle with Salmon. Galvin looks left then guts back towards the right. Kicks the ball through. Tupanua's chasing. Under a bit of pressure, and it's going to be taken over the touchline by the Panthers, I think. 5 minutes to go. I think that could have been the Dolphins? There's no one playing in their colours. Not even playing in their colours. The Bulldogs. They do have the ball. 10 metres out. Galvin. Now with Hughes. The Dolphins. The bloody Dolphins. 4.5 minutes to go. Fresh set of 6 for the not Dolphins, but Bulldogs. Left to Max King over the 10. And it's a yawn again. This is so bad. Oh, Burton is just wiped out. Looked like a clothesline there. Damn. Salmon in centre field. Max King. Over the 10. He's going to play this about 5 metres out between the sticks. 2 more tackles to go. 4 minutes on the clock as well. Pops it up to Hughes. He'll be stopped a metre in front of the try line. Last tackle. Reed Marnie between the sticks. Goes right to Galvin. Pops up to Tupanua. Look for an offload. Gets one. Galvin kicks back towards the middle. It is collected by a Panthers player on the 10. I mean, nice try from Galvin. Nice try. Would look good if it worked. But the Panthers with Schneider will play this 15 out from his own try line, and Alamotti will take the next carry up towards the 20. 3.5 to go. Ball pops out. Knock on. Knock on from the Panthers to turn over the ball. I think the Bulldogs could maybe do with one more try to at least look like they've been convincing in this one, which they haven't been, honestly. Scrum for the Bulldogs. 25 metres out over on the right edge of the field. So now with Galvin, takes a carry himself. Stopped on the 20, 2.5 to go. Reed Marnie, right at centre field, goes left to Salmon. Now with Max King. He's going to be stopped 15 out, push back a few metres. Great tackle. I think that's Lipowitz, I think. Marnie in centre field goes right to Galvin. Pops up to Hughes. Back over the 20, gets an offload as well to Marnie. Then Salmon, now Galvin. Left to Bronson Cherry. Stop 15 metres out. Remember the Bulldogs team. Very nice, Jimmy. Very nice. Shifting towards the right in centre field now is Salmon. 2 minutes to go. Fourth tackle. Right to Galvin. Switches back to Crichton. It's going to be stopped 5 metres out. Bit of an entanglement in the ruck here. It's just popped up to Tupanua. They tried to do that a couple of times. And that's going to be the last tackle. Turnover. 1.5 minutes to go. Panthers will play this 5 out from their own try line. So McLean with the first carry of this set. Salmon will rush into him. Next carry from Gaia. Over the 10. Look for an offload. Gets one to Laurie. 15 metres out. So on the live ladder, the Bulldogs are in third place. They're now 2 points behind Melbourne. Melbourne have a game in hand. They are 4 points ahead of the Warriors, but the Warriors also have a game in hand as well. So that should be fine. Just missed out on the Panthers there, but they're currently in 7th. But they are basically safe in the top 8. Kick through, collected by Preston. Hands it off to Tracy now with Marnie. Launches it right to Crichton. 30 seconds to go. On halfway. Cuts back towards the middle. Stopped on halfway. You're welcome, Jimmy. So, no problem. No problem. Hours up. Hours awake. It was part of the schedule. It's all good. I'll be doing Roosters vs Storm tomorrow as well. So it's with Galvin. Across to Tupanua. 5 seconds to go. Will they get one more play? They will. Out the back to Burton for a 2-point drop goal. To hit 30. Just short. Just short, and that's going to be full time. 28-4 it stays. The Bulldogs, very underwhelming in this one. Very underwhelming. I mean, they got the job done, which is the most important thing, obviously. But yeah, they were underwhelming. The Panthers' defensive line speed early on was very, very good, very impressive. But yeah, not much they could do. The carries through the middle, they couldn't really affect much. Shifting the ball out wide, there was only a couple times they felt comfortable trying it, and even when they did actually try it, they didn't look very clean, which is completely understandable. This team has been thrown together. Overall, the effort areas, I think the effort areas from the Panthers were solid. But yeah, the Bulldogs, just based on player availability, difference in squad quality, just had control throughout the game. So it was simple enough to deal with, but not convincing enough by any means. So the Bulldogs, I think, will be disappointed with that effort. They will be disappointed. 20 subs away from 11,500. 12k is the target by the end of the year. Can we do it? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. I'm going to say goodbye. And I'm going to chill. I am streaming Lee Leopards versus Casper Tigers later. For Super League. That went over, didn't it? It was just short, Dingle. Just short. Great stream, mate. Any more today? Well, thank you very much. First of all, yeah. Lee vs Cass will be later on. That'll start at 7:45 PM UK time. No, I didn't watch United. I was watching Everton. 2-0 against Mansfield. But there's been a few upsets this week, as mentioned earlier. So the fact we got it done is the important thing. Right. I'll end it there. Follow me on TikTok if you haven't already. If you've got TikTok, please follow me over there. Link in description. Join the Discord if you want to. It's up to you. And yeah, all the links in the description down below. But yeah, I'll end it there. So we started off the week with a Bulldogs 13 plus correct prediction. Thank goodness. This was the one. This was the banker. This one couldn't let you down. It couldn't possibly lose. Right. Thank you very much for stopping by. We peaked at about 80. A little bit more than that, possibly. But yeah, thanks for joining. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And if I don't see you, have a great rest of your weekend. But yeah, toodle pip.